Hello and welcome back to the Wrestle Debate and to part 2 of Fyter Fest out of 10. After a good night one last week, could AEW continue it this week? I think we probably all know the answer to that. But unfortunately, Jon Moxley v Brian Cage has been delayed till next week. So our main event is Chris Jericho v Orange Cassidy. But starting off with the tag team title match, Private Party v Omega and Page. Early on, the champions were in control, but the momentum shift was strong throughout the match. Private Party would hit signature moves such as the silly string and even get a 2 count off a shooting star press. The finish would come when the challengers went for their gin and juice finisher but got caught with a V-trigger and a sit-out powerbomb, respectively, and then the champions hit their last call finisher. Overall, this was a great match to start, and I'm going to give it a 6.75 out of 10. And it just continued that Omega and Page, are they friends or not angle. We then got Lance Archer v Joey Janella. This was a total David and Goliath contest. Archer started off attacking Sonny Kiss, and then Joey Janella would try his hardest, but continued to get shut down by the Murder Hawk monster. Joey Janella would take out a table that would play a role in the ending. Jake Roberts would stand on the apron and tease introducing a snake, allowing both Joey and Sonny Kiss to hit top rope dives, getting a near fall. In the end, Lance would put Joey through the table and pin him for the 3 count. Overall, I'm going to give this a 6.75 out of 10. Joey Janela wasn't totally squashed, and Lance Archer looks like a monster, even after his loss to Cody. We then got another one of Darby Allin's vignettes before Taz came out with Brian Cage and offered his new protege his legacy, the old school FTW belt from ECW, which was very strange, but it was alright I suppose. Then we got an 8-man tag team match between Young Bucks and FTR v Lucha Bros and Butcher and the Blade, and what a crazy match this was. The kind of car wreck match that you just don't turn away from. There were some really cool spots of cohesion between the Young Bucks and the Revival, or FTR, including multiple splashes after the top rope suplex, and Matt Jackson and Dax Harwood working together for a DDT spot. Ultimately, the Young Bucks would end up taking the fall when they were penned by their former rivals, the Luger Bros, after a tandem package pile driver spot. Overall, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. This was a great match, but I was a bit surprised by the winner. I don't have a problem with it, but I think it probably would have made more sense for FTR to win. But then again, it does build to that match. Then we got Nyla Rose in handicap action against 2 jobbers. The numbers game did not matter. This was simply a domination showcase for Nyla Rose, who pinned both their opponents and then afterwards announced that she has a new manager who will be debuting soon. Exciting. I'm going to give this 6.5 out of 10. I would have preferred it if she was fighting an actual member of the AEW roster. That probably would have put her over more. But she still looked like a monster, and I'm excited to see who her manager will be. Next up was a 6-man tag team match between Colt Cabana and the Dark Order versus SCU. The story of the match was Colt Cabana being injured going into it, but still continued to listen to the Dark Order because of his recent winning success. There were plenty of back and forth near falls, with the entire stable looking on from the outside. Ultimately, Cabana would distract the referee unintentionally as Brody Lee levelled Christopher Daniels with a discus lariat before instructing us to Grayson to tag in Colt Cabana and allowing Cabana to get the win. I'm going to give this a 6.75 out of 10. This was really good. I like the Cabana injury stuff. I think it added to it. And even though Cabana distracted the referee, he still got the pinfall. And I've definitely grown into this story, so I'm going to give it a 6.75 out of 10. Next up, Big Swole is back in the arena after she was banned earlier and causes Britt Baker to injure her nose, which was quite funny. And then we got to the match, Orange Cassidy v Chris Jericho, that we've all been waiting for. This is a back and forth match, definitely the best of Orange Cassidy's career. Following multiple lion tamers, orange juice was spilled in the ring and more. Jericho hits him with a code breaker. He covered Cassidy right after, however, he kicks out with a 2.5 count. This leads to another hope spot for Freshly Squeezed. There is some more back and forth as Orange Cassidy counters a vertical suplex into a big cutter and hits a tilt-a-whirl DDT. Cassidy was still unable to put Jericho away, so he runs the ropes and looks to be gaining momentum for a second time, but Jericho spins the Judas effect, knocking him out and covering for the win. Overall, I'm going to give this a 7.75 out of 10. You couldn't ask for much more. Great match, great storytelling, two great wrestlers. This was very good. Overall, Fyter Fest this week is getting a 7 out of 10. Another really solid show by AEW, topped off by that main event. There wasn't really a bad segment on the show, and it just shows how consistent and brilliant AEW have been in the build. And to be honest, I can't wait for another free pay-per-view next week, Fight for the Fallen, featuring John Moxley v Brian Cage. So that should be good. But that is it for this video, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about Fyter Fest in the comments below. Follow us on Twitter for daily wrestling news. And if you could subscribe to my other channels on screen right now, that would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.